Greetings, Aries, and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is going to be a love reading for the dates of February the 18th through February the 28th, 2018. Aries, with your kind permission, may I begin your love reading? So, as I'm looking at your cards, I see it appears as if it's a mixed bag of energies. For some of you, it's going to be read one way, and for the others, it's going to be read a different way. So, let me explain to you what I mean. I'm seeing where some of you were reluctant to leave a relationship, and some of you decided to stay in the relationship, and you decided to stay in this living together arrangement, and you really had a lot of doubts about it. And so some of you have had some sleepless nights, and a lot of distress about this relationship, but you stayed. Some of you are finding yourself in an engagement, maybe even a marriage. Some of you find yourself in some type of a commitment, some type of a solid commitment. So here's where it gets a little bit tricky with the reading and why it could go either way. As I'm looking at the future position for the reading and how this relationship and how this staying together is going to work out, it appears as if you are thinking clearly. It appears as if, yes, you have given it some thought, you have accepted some things about the relationship and about yourself, and you're ready to go forward, and you are willing to honor the commitment that you're making. And I see that. But I also see where there's a need for you to control, gain better control, self control over your own drives and over your own, impulses, etc., etc. So you see how it could possibly go one of two ways. Some of you are finding yourself in a marital, like I said, a commitment, and some of you might be finding yourself in a divorce situation as well. And this whole thing, whether it's commitment to live together, stay together, or it's a divorce, and it could be, as I'm saying, it could very well be accurate for two different sets of Aries. I'm really in agreement with that. I do see where some of the problems in this relationship were caused by money. Some of it has to do with money, and maybe that's why you didn't leave. That's a possibility. Maybe that's why you're staying as well. There is going to be a metamorphosis type of an energy. You're going to unfold, you're going to blossom. In spite of all of that I'm looking at, I see where you're getting ready to blossom into something new, something creative, something beautiful. There's a new you that's on the horizon. Very, very nice. Congratulations, Aries. And I also see some of you who went back to some relationship. Some of you might have gone back to some relationship. And some of you might be staying with a childhood sweetheart. And so I see that as well. Nonetheless, as the overall turnout for this reading, I do see stability. So the relationship that I'm looking at overall is one of stability. There is one of commitment, one of deep family values. I do see that. So I'm only speaking to very few of you who are dealing with the breakup. Some of you, the rest of you, I clearly see that you were dealing with some challenges early on in this relationship, but you decided to stay. And as a result of staying, there is a commitment, and there is going to be some beautiful times ahead for you, Aries. Stay blessed.